ISUPK! Shout out UPK! Spirit, I made it apparent that rappers can't walk out a mile on my shoes. How can I lose? Niggas done copied the groove. Count up the odds in the pool. I need to move. I need to grip with a pool. Limos in front of the school. We ain't that cool. I fuck with 144. Real ones that's ready for war. Pray to the Lord. Just like an artist I draw. You in his raws before. My style is supernatural. I see.
We out here today at the No Kings rally. Of course, the country is a big uproar right now about what's going on with Donald Trump. Of course, we know in the ISUPK that we always live under evil leaders and evil leadership. So really the particular devil, the particular king that's over us doesn't really matter. But what does matter is that black people, Hispanic people, at this moment may be motivated to change, may be motivated to do the right thing, may be motivated to find the Most High, find other leaders, other kings, besides the ones that have been given to us in America, in church, in the mosque. So that's why we out here. We're gonna talk to some black people about immigration and what's going on, and doing the work.
Police Officer 500 Mathumya of the ISUPK. I'm here with this sister right here. What's your name?
CC Siani.
What's your name, brother?
My name is Kai.
All right, no doubt. We here with Siani. You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask you a couple questions. What brings you here today at this function?
I always just felt like, well, we know Trump not for the people and he against us, which is crazy that we voted him in unless it was rigged. But I'm just here. I stand with my people.
Damn right.
And I came across No Kings through a YouTube video I was looking at, and they're talking about No Kings protests. So I checked out their website, and there's a lot of statements that I supported and a lot of things that they're standing for, such as like, you know, what's happening in this country and all the negative things, such as like the cuts of the bills that are funding colleges like Harvard and whatnot. And I decided to come out and stand with the people.
Don't mind me asking, what's 8647 mean?
You want to take 86 is restaurant lingo for get rid of it.
Oh, 47 is the 47 president. Yeah. I'm here with these sisters right here. What's your name?
My name is Jennifer.
Okay, I'm here with Jennifer and
Sonia.
All right, Sonia. Where you guys from?
We're from California, Los Angeles area.
All right, shout out to California.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Cali. All right, so they all the way from California here in Philly at this event. What brings you here today?
Today we're here to support democracy. As we know, it is under attack. We're deeply threatened by the Trump administration and his tactics that are supporting fascism, ultra-militarism, the abuse of the military, ultra-nationalism, fascist tactics that result in him becoming an authoritarian. And that's unacceptable. We don't accept that in this country.
It's got very tense between Philadelphia police officers that were on scene and these demonstrators that were protesting against some of the actions that ICE have been doing around the country, marching and protesting in solidarity with the protests that are happening in California and Los Angeles.
Police say crowds marched to the Federal Detention Center in Center City became disorderly, blocking traffic right there in major roadways. Police say 15 people were arrested.
I think there's a lot of anger and a lot of frustration in society, and I think sooner or later people are going to fight back.
Everyone is terrified. No one wants to go outside.
I've said for 2 months, sanctuary cities, how we deal with them, we flood the zone. Send many more officers in the community to find the bad guy. If we can't find them in the community, they're going to flood the zone on work sites. So sanctuary cities is going to get exactly what they don't want.
I'm here with this sister right here. What's your name?
Emma.
Emma. All right, so I'm here with Emma right now. I want to ask you a couple questions. What brings you here to this event today?
So I believe that the media is complicit in promoting Israel propaganda. They're not showing the war crimes that Israel is committing right now. They're not showing how Israel is starving Palestine. They're also basically a Russian shield. They just accept money from whoever and basically grift. They steal money. They shield whatever ideologies they feel like they can profit off of at the expense of the American people. They're not telling us the truth, basically. And so I'm here to basically march, show my support for the movement, show that we don't accept any kings here in America.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, that's excellent right there.
I know there's a lot of segregation and division amongst our people, but it all comes down to being human. And I feel like, you know, we all are different shades of color, and if we can constantly are up against each other, we're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, okay, man. Thank you for your time.
Crystal. Jennifer.
Nice to meet you, Jennifer. Go ahead. Mucho gusto, Jorge.
So I'm a first generation American, so I'm Mexican American. My parents were born in Mexico. You know, they risked their lives to come over here, give us everything. They came here with nothing and gave us a great life. So I feel like it's, you know, a repay. Like I'm repaying them back for everything that they did for me. Coming out here and fighting for them and making sure they know that. Ariana.
Alana. Okay, so first question is, why you guys here? What do you guys doing?
I'm here for like multiple reasons. I believe that America is a democracy. I believe we don't have no kings. I believe it's free Palestine. I believe that immigrants should be allowed here. I believe that police shouldn't kill, and I believe that we have the right to speak. We have the right to use our voice.
Anti-ICE protests spread from city to city. ICE is preparing to deploy its special response teams to multiple Democrat-run cities, including Philadelphia.
I'm John.
All right, I'm with this brother John, right? I want to ask him a couple questions, right? So what brings you here today at this function?
What brings me out is that, you know, I just feel like it's the right thing to do to come out and, you know, and protest against what's happening in D.C. Like the president is doing a military parade. Like that's not normal, and that should be normal in America, right? And it's on his damn birthday. Like it's just like it's just like it's crazy. It's really crazy. Like that this is happening, and it's just like I just feel like I just had to come out and just, you know, do something about it, and pop out.
And being from California right now, I'm seeing the news from all my friends back home. They're being affected. Like ICE is literally parked in front of one of my old best friend's houses right now. They're like around all the Home Depots, all of like the local restaurants I used to go to when I was younger. It's just, it's horrible seeing how it's affecting so many people back home and all over the country, and it's just continuing to happen. So I hope that this does something, and it's amazing to be here right now watching Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, Martin Luther King Jr. the third, speaking right now. So I really hope this has some type of big impact.
Why do you think it's hard for America to accept Hispanics?
I don't know. I ask myself that all the time. I don't understand it either.
And let's not get it twisted. This is an ethnic cleansing in the beginning. We are seeing an ethnic cleansing in real time, not just outside of the U.S., also outside of the U.S. But right now, the way that ICE is infiltrating our communities, this is the beginning of an ethnic cleansing to ignore due process and to deport people to another country, to countries that they're not familiar with. That's the beginning of ethnic cleansing, and we need to fight that immediately.
It's facts.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Bill.
Bill, question. Why do you think in 2025 it's so hard for America to accept Hispanics?
You know, I suspect that people are they're afraid that they're losing something that they always felt comfortable with. They think that there's not going to be a place for them the way there used to be. So they have to accommodate more people from more different countries, different colors, different creeds. Somehow they fear they'll get displaced. And they won't, in a sense, you know, sort of occupy the position they used to. That's my sense of things.
Right.
Just a guess.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a good answer.
I guess probably just because like they're different from majority, not even the majority anymore, but the plurality, I guess. And people don't really like things that are different.
Nice to meet you, Kiara. So, question: why do you think it's so hard for Americans to accept Hispanics?
I think it's just because any type of culture that isn't like white, I think it's just harder for them because it's not just Spanish. I think that's just who we're like really putting energy into right now. But I don't think that's like consistent because like every few years it seems like it's a different type of nationality that we seem to, because once it was the Muslims, then people of color. So it just changes as time develops. We just pick and choose someone different each time, it seems. So if you're not white and male, then you're just not going to have a good time, sadly.
Honestly, it's just anything that's different, they're going to feel some type of way about it.
Just understanding what politics can do to a nation of people, man, you know, and recognizing that people have been impacted, blindsided. They've been blindsided by this guy. A good friend of mine lost her job, you know what I mean, solely based on some of the stuff she was saying. Another one of my friends, her husband got deported, you know what I mean, and they voted for him. You know, so a lot of stuff was hit close to home, man, and that's all. People just didn't recognize it. You know what I mean, how important politics is. So I guess I'm here to start sharing what I know in the word, man.
Why do you think it's so hard for America to accept Hispanics?
I just everything comes with racism. They accept Hispanics, white Hispanics. They be all around with the blonde hair and blue eyes. Even I'm Puerto Rican. There's Puerto Ricans that got light skin and blue eyes. They accept them. Cubans, there's a majority of Cubans voted for Trump in Florida. They accept the lighter tone. Everything has to do with color in America. Everything has to do with race. Just like there's immigrants, they're white immigrants. They're not going against them. No, they're coming in the neighborhoods like in North Philadelphia. There's ICE walking up and driving up and down where my mom lives at because that's predominantly Hispanic neighborhood. They're not coming just they just don't like color because they're coming against the black immigrants and Hispanic immigrants.
I feel like we're a group that accepts everyone and helps everyone, and you know we're loving. I'm not sure why. Can you tell me why?
So not too long ago, it was a train called the Death Train, and they would catch the train and ride the train up to America, Hispanics, and they was dying on this train.
Thousands continue to make the perilous trip across Central America to the US. Many cling dangerously to the roof of a network of trains better known as the Beast in the hope of forging a better life. Claire Rush and our colleagues at France 2 Television have this report.
Along the tracks of a commercial train station, dozens of Central Americans run to secure a place in the freight car. The train could depart at any moment, so quickness is of the essence while climbing atop. A family with 3 children and a baby prepares to board.
Are you scared?
So let me ask you, think it's a correlation between black people in the Underground Railroad and Hispanics coming from South and Central America to America?
Monica.
Nice to meet you, Monica. Where you from?
Philly. I guess there's some parallels. I can't say it's exactly the same because it's not like we're, you know, having a literal Underground Railroad like before where we're like sneaking people.
Yeah, like it's a shame that they have to come hidden like that. You know, we're just trying to escape, or I should say they, because I've been fortunate enough that I didn't have to live through that. But yeah, they have to come like in Spanish it's called escondido, and I can't figure out. It's like hiding, like sneaky way, you know. So yeah, I see a big like correlation between them.
I would say yes. I mean, I think I've never thought about that. That's a beautiful correlation to make. Absolutely. I mean, the bringing of people to a place where they feel that they will be safe, where they feel that they can make a life for themselves and start building the way that our white counterparts were able to build for centuries before us. Absolutely akin to the Underground Railroad.
Thank you. Oh, did you want to answer?
I mean, I also have never thought of it that way before as well. So it's awesome hearing that question. Like my sign says, I serve for freedom, not fascism. Right. So of course, like everybody coming over from Mexico, El Salvador, all those different places, they came for freedom to have a new life and be safe somewhere else. And them getting sent back is just horrible. So I think that is a great comparison.
You see any correlation between the Underground Railroad and Hispanics coming to America?
Yeah, I do. Every time, and it's sad because watching the tyrant tell us to put a big wall over Mexico, straight up close the whole border. That was kind of sad to see. You know, like I know that one of the biggest concerns for all politicians was the drug trafficking and human trafficking. Yeah, but that happens through all cultures. Right. So for him to try to pinpoint, Spanish or say they do it more than anybody else, it's kind of a theory. You can't prove it. Yeah, race is like you can't prove that they do more than anybody else. So if that's the best way I can look at it, I feel like yeah, man, we all here the same way, man.
I appreciate you.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
So for you, do you see any correlation between the Underground Railroad and the Hispanics leaving from their countries to come to America to find away from oppression?
Of course we do. There's cartels that kill innocent civilians over there, that take advantage of innocent populations. They use people for ransom over there. They try to get free labor. They use them as drug mules. So of course there's a correlation between people in the Underground Railroad being used as slaves and then having to flee from oppression, and Hispanics having to flee from the oppression of their false political state, which is of course the Sinaloa cartels and things like that. They should have every right to fight for their freedom, just as much as we do, and they should be able to, as long, you know, of course they work really hard to get here.
Right.
The process is incredibly hard, but they pay taxes, they do their work, they put in their effort. They're not what Trump says, that they just suck off the American government.
Right.
They do their work, they build our buildings. They are very good people, and we should respect them.
I'm here with this brother right here. What's your name, bro?
Ed Green.
Ed Green. All right. So I want to ask you a question.
You see a correlation between the Underground Railroad and what the Spanish going through to escape their oppression to get into America? You see a correlation between the two?
I have not thought of that. I wouldn't agree with that. Okay, I wouldn't agree with that. There's people trying to escape oppression all over the world. There always has been, and we're still doing it right here and all that. Speaking of what we were talking about earlier, that you can't go home again. When we were taken out of Africa and made into slaves, Africa was changed. So there was no going back home, because then it took us, then they ruined that. So oppression is forever. It's always been. There's always been those on top trying to keep those on the bottom. You can't have a top without the bottom. It's all intentional. So as far as that goes, there's a semblance. People on the bottom trying to get under somebody's out from under somebody's foot.
The greatest thing that was done to us is the fact that any other race can actually say, at least I'm not black. In India, in Mexico, because what did them in, the people that are fighting this immigration thing, was their proximity to whiteness. Because at one time, Italians weren't white, Jews weren't white, Greeks weren't white, but they came into the fold when they realized that they needed the number to support their supremacy.
Right, exactly.
And that's what it was. That's all it is. So those Mexicans that got deported or voted for him and whatnot, it was their proximity to that whiteness that brought them into voting for him and whatnot, because at the end of the day, at least I'm not black.
All right, the next question, like, I don't know if you see on social media where black people are, you know what I mean, against standing with the Mexicans during their immigration crisis right now, and them being taken away by ICE and breaking families up. What do you feel about that, on black people's stance on not standing with Mexicans?
So I've not seen that on social media, but I know that there are ignorant white people, ignorant black people, ignorant Mexicans. You know, I know some people that voted for this sucker that are probably now on a plane somewhere, or in a prison somewhere. So I'm not going to expound on black people doing that. I'm gonna agree that ignorant people are doing that, and some of them voted for them. So people are against these immigration policies are just people who know nothing, whatever color they might be.
So, okay, seeing the immigration problem, the immigration crisis, especially on the West Coast and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? What do you say to black people that do not want to help the Hispanics during this time that they're going through right now, with all the families being separated by ICE and the protests and they being dehumanized and everything like that? What do you say to black people that don't want to help them in this time?
I would say that I completely understand where black people, like especially where black people are coming from, like who don't want to help. I see where they're coming from. However, I just don't think like you'll never tell you can never convince me the right thing to do is to not like say nothing or speak up or not speak up or not help out or not say this is wrong. You'll never convince me that's not the right thing to do. Right, the right thing to do will always be to speak up against evil. Like that's always the right thing to do, no matter what, no matter how you feel about. I just feel like that's just the right thing to do, no matter what.
Facts. You know what? All my life, man, what I learned is that we all been here together for the longest time, man. And it's almost the same thing as us coming from Africa or Spanish people coming here from Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic. You know, they all have people come here all the time. And just because it might take longer to get a legal visa or get your license doesn't mean that they can rush and try to deport you or take us away from the process of becoming a citizen here. So I feel like, black people, we support it, to recognize that he targeted people, different cultures the way he did. To watch him target people and follow through has been scary, man. And I like you said, I support the Spanish communities, man. They going through it too, you know what I mean, heavily. And like I said, they want them, as far as I know, they want a majority of the Republicans want a majority of the Spanish vote. So we watching we literally watching the backstabbing happen right in our faces, you know, and that's the first infamous backstabbing.
I mean, I understand we were brought here by a boat, but we still have to fight for other minorities as well, because it could just easily be us as well. They could be fighting Hispanics right now, and then they just turn the gun to us. They could put the temple right into our heads as well. So right now, the target might be Hispanics, but you know, in 5 seconds, it would just be us. They could put us in prison. They can enslave us again. They can find new ways to make us the free labor, like throw us in prison, use us as free labor. You know, it could just easily be us. We have to stand up for our aunties and our poppies. So they're just as hardworking people,
right.
And they support us. You know, of course, there might be a little bit of colorism in the Hispanic people population. You know, we got to address that. But aside from that, vast majority of Hispanic people stand with us. We should stand with them as well.
Yeah, right. Hey, you want to say something?
Shalom, man. But we at this protest, trying to do some interviews, trying to see how our people feel about the protest, feel about Donald Trump, feel about blacks, Hispanics, uniting together, and we just trying to get the vibe of the people. So.
All right, so it's black people that's not supporting Mexicans or Hispanics on the internet. I mean, they saying that, you know, that's their fight. How do you feel about that?
I feel like they need to read some books. They need to get into the history. We all come from the same people. We just was dropped off at different places.
Now, why do you think it's so hard for America to accept Hispanics?
It depends on who you ask, because the corporations, they know we run. This country is ran on immigration. It's ran on people coming over here. If they would pay Americans the minimum wage, or they would pay us a livable wage, Mexicans and immigrants wouldn't be coming over here and getting those jobs. Right. They know that they can pay them below the minimum wage because they know they're trying to make a way and come over here and better themselves. They know. So we depend on it. I just read an article today or excerpt on Instagram where they were saying Trump may be going back and telling ICE not to go look for immigrants at agriculture. So the farming industry is telling them, yo, you killing us. You taking all our workers, which they shouldn't even be there because y'all paying them below minimum wage, which y'all even want to pay us. So this country is ran on immigrants. Right. This country can't run without them. So people to have that mindset, they fooling themselves.
Black people that's not standing with Hispanics. How do you feel about that?
Intersectionality exists for a reason. We, throughout history, have all supported each other. I feel like a lot of it has been misconstrued now. And a lot of people are taking an opportunity to take a step back and be like, this is not my fight, when it really is, because it's freedom for all, not just one. And there's Black, Hispanic people, and there's this, you know, like, and vice versa. Like, it's not just a one person problem. It's not like us versus them. It's us versus the oppressors.
Okay.
I'm kind of hurt about it, you know, because I stood with Black Lives Matter. I marched with that as well. And not that they owe us anything, but we're Black and brown. We get treated the same way, I feel like. So, you know, we should be sticking together instead of like saying that's your problem, not ours. That's your fight, not ours. Because I have family that's half Black. My kids are half Black. You know, I stand with them, and even if they weren't, I would still be marching with you guys. So it's not about race; it's about being just a human being. You know? So
I understand because I was disappointed too when I saw the percentages of Hispanic people that voted for it. So I feel like it's my duty to want to come out here. I can't really speak for them because I understand in the point where they're tired. Like, they're tired to come out here. They're tired to fight. They're tired of feeling like they're the only ones fighting. So it's understandable. So I say, sit this one out. Like, we'll handle it. But I do think, like, the point of people that, like, oh, that's not our problem. Like, if they could support Black Americans, they would find a way to do so. And that's, like, I think it's not just a Hispanic issue. I think it's an everybody issue. And the biggest problem is they want to divide us. They don't want us to get together. And I think, like, showing support all around and having everybody come together, that's power in numbers.
Basically, they're not trying to stand with Mexicans, basically. So what do you feel about that notion?
I prefer to just acknowledge those that are standing with us. There are plenty of Latino men who did not stand with us during the election. The majority of Latino men did not stand with us during the election. There were less Black men that didn't stand with us during the election, even less Black women that didn't stand with us during the election. And that's their prerogative. I feel like it's just our job to continue educating, and that's the only way that we can get those people on our side is to continue educating it and letting them know what it is right now.
The same way,
the exact same way.
Yeah, because that's what we all about. And ISUPK under Commander in Hana, what we've been doing since 1969 is bridging the gap, letting blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans know that we really one family by blood. You know what I'm saying? So the stronger we're gonna be stronger together than separate.
Absolutely, we united in the '90s during the riots in LA, and we need to do it again.
That's facts. That's what we about in the UPK. You know what I mean? We have blacks and Hispanics of all different walks of life in our organization. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you.
And it's just the fight continues. I'm just here to show my support and to not sit on the couch and do my part.
Excuse me, sir. Mind if I ask a question? Mind if I ask a question? All right. How you think everything turned out today? Huh? All right. Mind if I ask you guys a question? Just how everything turned out today? You mind if I ask you how everything turned out today? I just want to get your perspective. No problems today? Everything went well? That's all we wanted to hear. We appreciate you.
It went well because this is the best leadership. Philadelphia Civil Affairs. People do not give them their props, their recognition. But when you call Philadelphia Civil Affairs and you're saying you're having a protest or march, they are connected with every department of the Philadelphia Police Department. That means the motorcycles, the SWAT team, every team, they're on one accord. So when they come out here, all they have to say is we're waiting, so that when they get their orders, they are in order and ready. So there is not going to be anything that pops off in Philadelphia because Philadelphia is ready.
Yeah, we heard this was going to be the biggest event. Like in the nation, we heard about 30,000 people coming today. I mean, so it was more so Philadelphia almost went to almost like a uproar because there was so many people coming to the city. So we just wanted to see how did you guys handle it. I'm saying, what was you guys expecting from the beginning, or you know what I mean? That's what we really want to ask.
Well, I am an indivisible leader of Delaware Valley, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware BIPOC, Black Indigenous people of color. And we were expecting a lot of people here. So from the start, it was organized, and, so you always have to plan, prepare, and execute. The mayor of Philadelphia, the DA, the police department, one thing they do is they all work together so that whatever's happening in Philadelphia can go smoothly, but you have to have a strategy so that that strategy can be executed on that day.
Well, thank you, Ms. Lady. We need your answer. We appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
They didn't want to answer our question. They told me have a nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we here at this Donald Trump rally. Turned out real good. We got countless and countless of interviews, and we're going. We just here talking to the people. That's all.
Shout out ISUPK. Shout out to ISUPK.
Shout out UPK.
I need to move. I need to grip with a pool. They move in front of the school. We ain't that cool. I fuck with 144. Real ones that's ready for war. Pray to the Lord. Just like an artist I draw. You in his raws before. My style is supernatural. I send them shooters at you. And all you hear is pet, 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 like they wearing tattoos. It ain't no shucking jiving. These soldiers built like linemen. They beat your ass, you hit the stand, you singing, feeling timing. These suckers so Takashi. I ain't got no Versace. Just puts in ammo, jungle, camo, ammo, polo, probably. I'm through with moving powder. It's you about $1. Listen to Pussy while I'm choosing bitches trying to holler. Put work in 9 to 5. Got lipstick on my collar. I put that on who art in heaven, you know I'll Father.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that, my lord. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, I'm about to get on some cutthroat shit real quick. Some raw shit, you know how I do. 144, let's get it.
It's time to take. They come to rule the weight, and they can run all they want. I want their ass down like Jason. Be the baddest motherfucker place. Go in from dust to dust. UPK, I trust. They ain't one West, they blasphemous. Keep on hollering about that smoke, we ain't worried about it. Talking about that gun, he gon' bust, so we boycott him. I got it lit. Hot as a house fire and a pot of grits. Show you how to block and how to blitz. Far as this rap, I'm a beast like Chewbacca. It's my flow shopper. I cut you like Benjamin Baka, bitch. My flow resurrected that day. The beats, I bless them. These rappers all back like I promised to catch them. We can war if you want. Go ahead and start the shit up.
They say my Lord gon' bring that fire. I'm gon' spark this shit up. They've been waiting on the darkness to touch. Obey a God that'll break your legs to see if you got the heart to get up. If be so influential, spill blood, this pencil. Since these crackers took my pistol, I'ma turn y'all against you. Fuck all that peace, let them wait. He ain't with us cause it wait. War 144, real niggas of the week. Yeah, yeah.
Omaha different from New York are just incidental. The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people and they want to oppress us and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is the I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white people
think
they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed a few particulars that make Omaha different from New York are just incidental. The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people and they want to oppress us and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is the I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white
talk to me
people
about?
think they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
Well,
so you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow. I think the problem is so bad that we can have no understanding at all.
You think it's gotten to the point where there can never be that reconciliation?
No. You talk about justice, and it means one thing to you, and we talk about it and means something else to us. And it'll always be that way. And I'd like you to know I have a terrible feeling against preachers because I think you guys are the ones who are largely responsible for the problem in the first place. And you can accept it or not any way you choose. And for you, this may be an excursion, you know, across the line.
What about the person that wants to listen? I genuinely feel that I want to listen.
Well, if you listen and try to do something, you get kicked out of your church. See, that's where your people are.
Well, we can make changes. So the change that have come have been drastic.
God bless you, little brother. Come back and see us again sometime. Then don't look back in anger.
In 1974, Patricia Hearst, the heiress to the media empire of the Hearst family, was kidnapped by the leftist armed group known as the SLA. 2 months later, Patricia adopted the name Tanya and joined the ranks of the SLA, participating in bank robberies. She declared herself a member of the SLA, armed herself, and even posed for photographs. After the FBI's armed confrontation with the SLA, Patricia was arrested following her year-and-a-half-long fugitive period. She faced charges of armed robbery and terrorism. Patricia shocked the United States with her statement that she was innocent because everything was an action carried out under the influence of SLA. Patricia's case became a prominent example of the phenomenon known as the Stockholm Syndrome, where hostages sympathize with or even join their captors due to brainwashing or survival instincts. In 1974, Patricia Hearst, the heiress to the media empire of the Hearst family, was kidnapped by the leftist armed group known as the SLA. 2 months later, Patricia adopted the name Tanya and joined the ranks of the SLA, participating in bank robberies. She declared herself a member of the SLA, armed herself, and even posed for photographs. After the FBI's armed confrontation with the SLA, Patricia was arrested following her year-and-a-half-long fugitive period. She faced charges of armed robbery and terrorism. Patricia shocked the United States with her statement that she was innocent because everything was an action carried out under the influence of SLA. Patricia's case became a prominent example of the phenomenon known as the Stockholm Syndrome, where hostages sympathize with or even join their captors due to brainwashing or survival instincts. In 19
I'm about to go live on YouTube, no doubt. Okay, let me go live on Facebook. Fix this right here. Okay, what's on press? All right. Shalom, y'all. Ba'ashem Yahshua Rakadat to the brother. Shalom, y'all. With your mother, Ba'ashem Yahshua to the sister. I'm preaching on some Paratazah out of Yonkers, New York, and this is the Israelite School, University School, Practical Knowledge. Start off with 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Honor. This is 1969. We've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They are God's chosen people. Let's clap it up. You know, once again, you know what I'm saying? Since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians the truth about the Bible and how that we could obtain brotherhood and sisterhood. Let's clap it up. Bashar, read the title of this class.
Israelites, God's people, the love of God is brotherhood and sisterhood.
Yo, Israelites, God's people, the love of God is brotherhood and sisterhood. Listen to that. Israelites, God's people, the love of God is brotherhood and sisterhood. Whoever understand that? Since 1969, ISUPK have teaching the truth about the Bible, teaching the truth about the love of God, teaching the truth about if you love God, there is brotherhood and sisterhood. The Christian church don't do that. The American Constitution doesn't do that. Islam doesn't do that. It's not here. This thing is broken. Give me a second. Cut this short right here. All right, finish. Give me a second. Go back. This thing is doing damage. Put this to the side. So what I was saying is, the American Constitution, there's no moral compass in the American Constitution. There's no moral compass when it comes to Donald Trump. There's, you know what I mean? There's none of that. In the American Constitution, don't teach it about brotherhood and sisterhood. American Constitution that Chinese could fight against other Chinese. In American Constitution is if blacks fight against blacks. In American Constitution is Hispanics fight against Hispanics. In American Constitution is Native American Indians fight against Native American Indians. But in the American Constitution, there is no white man fight against another white man. That's an American Constitution. That is the American Constitution is brotherhood for white people, for white women. That is American Constitution. in the Holy Bible, brotherhood and sisterhood is for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to have brotherhood only, because we are God's chosen people. Do we understand that concept? We need to understand that concept. What I just said. That's hard for us to understand, because we've been underneath the boot hill of somebody told us Jesus is white. Jesus loved everybody. Salvation is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We grew up amongst people who said virgins could have birth. We grew up amongst people who said women who did not have sex could have birth. Women who was never with a man could have birth. Don't it sound like the LGBTQ community? You know, in America, a man could have birth. In America, a woman can have birth without a man. In America, a boy can have surgery and become a woman. In America, a woman can have surgery and become a man, like her father. Let me tell you. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Lock here, please. And everybody, anyone who had questions on brotherhood and sisterhood, you know what I'm saying? Type it in the chat, Bob Kashaw. Let me do this real quick. Okay, and allow. Okay, let me put this right here. I'm gonna sign price because something's wrong with my stand, so we're gonna put it right here. We'll sign price. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. It's perfect right there. Okay. Yep. There you go. So Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Why are we taking on the philosophy of America? Anybody? Anybody in the chat? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat. We have sister Yaquad. Yahweh Shema Thumba Shem Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Yaquad, the rip of officer, priest and officer. You know what I'm saying? Ra Wam Ya'Allah, checking in from Austin, Texas. Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? We have Shara Yaquad. Yahweh Shema Thumba Shem Yahweh. Rip of priest. She's typing in. All right, no doubt. That's what's up. And we got priest. You know what I'm saying? Priest and captain of 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Zakar. You know what I'm saying? Rockwell is in the house. Salam, sir. So right now, I'm asking a question for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. What year did it became okay that your son could be more feminine than his mother? What year was that? Okay, let me just say this. Maybe this is more easy, priest. What year did Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians accept the philosophy of the white man that our daughters could be more feminine, be more masculine than their fathers? Anybody? Go ahead, young man Jordan.
The 90s.
The 90s. We Salaki, what year that you was born?
97.
97. No. I was there in the 90s. There wasn't no dykes hanging with the thugs. It wasn't no LGBTQ community hanging with brothers from the block. Nobody would then accept that. They were still in the closet. Go ahead.
I'd say around like 2010.
Yeah, around that. Because it became cool. It became cool. It wasn't acceptable then. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize, Buju Bantam came boom bye to the Bati boy. White people want us to accept their behavior. Remember, white people is gay by nature. White people is bisexual by nature. By nature. If you push them hard enough, they will make love to a goddamn animal. Police officer, sure. Am I lying? We got to make rules to not follow behind these disgusting bastards. You know that, right, Priest?
That's right.
We got to make a law. Remember, when we grew up, remember what we said? That's some white people stuff.
Right.
Remember that? Making love to cows and donkeys and horses. But we don't know the love of God. Our oppressor, the person who want to make love to a goddamn dog, going to teach us about love. Our oppressor, you know what I'm saying? Going to teach us about love, and he make love, you know what I'm saying? And he wrote in America, he wrote a law that men can make love to other men and get married. We're going to follow behind those people? You know, Donald Trump did, in spite of all the ICE and stuff, did he vote that men can marry other men? Did he do that, Breach? Oh man. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? He getting rid of, you know what I'm saying? He demonized the immigrants, because if you say immigrants, it pertains to Mexican men and women. Did Donald Trump say that a woman cannot marry another woman? Please. Did he write a law to say a woman cannot marry another woman? But he wrote a law that ICE can have a bigger budget than the goddamn army.
Right.
He wrote a law that ICE could kick in somebody's door that was in the country for goddamn 30 years, that fought in the, you know what I'm saying, that fought in the American wars, that fought in Afghanistan, that fought in Iraq. Baba Bashar. You heard about people getting deported when they're American citizens, right? That's what's going on right now, right?
Right.
Matter of fact, hold up. I'm gonna have to close my I don't think I got it on this right here, because I wanted to pull up in that Slack priest. I wanted to pull up because there was a brother in the early 2000s that was deported to go back to the Caribbean country. But he's American. He's American. Let's see if I can find it. But Baba Gashar, read that first scripture. I'm going to find it. Read the first scripture. Hold on. Let me get the young man. Tell me on book, chapter, and verse.
It's Psalms chapter 28 and verse 7.
Psalms chapter 28, verse 7. And just pull it up on the screen, Baba Kashaw.
Psalm chapter 28 and verse 7. The Lord is my strength.
Matter of fact, Baba Kashaw, start from 6.
Psalm chapter 28 and verse 6. Blessed be the Lord, because he hath heard the voice of my supplication.
Go on and go on.
Verse 7. The Lord is my strength.
The what?
The Lord is my strength.
The Most High power is our strength. Blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, not America. The Lord is our power. Read on.
And my shield.
And what?
My shield.
My protection. If you know what I mean, if our oppressor swing the sword, you get to protect ourselves with the shield. Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, our, you know what I'm saying, our brothers and sisters, the Mexicans, the Guatemalans, the Hondurans. Guess who's their shield? The Most High God, because they God's chosen people. They hold up that shield. When the brotherhood come together, we don't have to think about our oppressor and Blanquito. You know what I'm saying, priest?
Right.
We don't got to think about him. Think about him for what? This is why this is what ISUPK always tell our brothers, why we got to think about our oppressor. But we don't want to follow, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to follow the protocol. We don't want to follow the laws to keep us together, to make sure our children don't get violated. To make sure our sons to say, you know what I'm saying? Our sons don't say they could be a woman. Read on.
My heart trusted in him.
Say that again.
My heart trusted in him.
Blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. I want to know what's in the chat. How many people in the chat, Papa Kashaw? Check how many people in the chat. One person. It doesn't matter. What do they mean, my heart, in this scripture? Pull up the scripture big so I can be able to read it. Yeah. It said, the Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him. What do it mean, my heart? My heart. Anybody in the chat? What do it mean, my heart, in verse 7? Anybody? Anybody in the chat? I see somebody also came in. What do it mean? Read the scripture. What do it mean? You know what I'm saying? It says it right here. My heart. What do that mean? I'm going to get to you. Put your hand down. I'm going to get to you. For Tom, sir. Young man Jordan, what do it mean?
Mind.
Say again?
The mind.
Your mind. Your mind. Read that from the top.
Psalm chapter 28 and verse 7. The Lord is my strength.
The Lord is my what?
My strength.
This is going on in the brother's mind. You know what I'm saying? This is Psalms, right? Who wrote Psalms? Anybody? Go ahead, young man Jordan.
King David.
King David. This is what's going on in his head. He says right here that his power is strength and a shield, a protection. So not only he getting his muscles, he's getting it, you know what I'm saying, protection for his muscles. That's what he's doing. My heart, his mind, trusted in who? Who is the him? Who is the him? Who's the him? Anybody? Young man Jordan.
The Most High.
The Most High. Read on.
And I am helped.
Say that again.
and I am helped.
Let's sit there, Judah. Cornelius. Let's sit there, Judah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? The Most High God. It says it right here. And I am helped. Who was helped? King David. You think you're going to be helped without the Most High God? Your sons is being deported and they was born in America. Where's the help is at? You know what I'm saying? African Americans was, you know what I'm saying, was born into slavery. Where's the help at, priest? Priest, where's the help at? Did we get help? Or we want to be like our oppressor. We want to be like Joe Biden, Donald Trump. We want to be like America, right? Right. Hold up. I'll give you a prime example. What was the help for our sisters want to integrate with these white schools and they got their damn teeth kicked in and spit on? And Martin Luther King said that was okay. What was the help, priest? The help? You know they cried on God, right? But they cried on white Jesus. Right. You know that's what they did, right? They didn't get no help. No help at all. No help at all. Matter of fact, we're gonna go finish this off, Bible Kashar, then we're gonna go to the precept to this. Go on.
Therefore, my heart greatly rejoices.
Say that again.
Therefore, my heart greatly rejoices.
You know what I'm saying? Therefore, it says it right here. Therefore, my heart greatly rejoices. His heart rejoicing what? What do his heart rejoicing? Young man Jordan.
The Most High.
Say again?
The Most High.
Say that again.
The Most High.
There you go. Because you don't got no goddamn power. His power in the Most High. So therefore, my heart rejoices in the Most High. They're going to teach me about where's my power is. That's what it is. My power ain't in Donald Trump. My power not in goddamn Puff Daddy. My power is not in, you know what I'm saying? What is his name? Jay-Z and rap and Bloods and Crips. That's what our powers are on relying. Oh, I don't know. Our power rely in what? The Most High. Read on.
And with my song, what I pray.
No. Hold on. Slide. Therefore, my heart greatly rejoice. Rejoice. Priest officer, Shah. Look up the word of rejoice. Just rejoice. If you know what I'm saying, if you know offhand, you don't gotta look it up. What do rejoice mean? Because it sounds it is exactly how it sounds. Rejoice.
Rejoice. Feel or show great joy or delight.
Say that again. Yeah.
Rejoice. Feel or show great joy or delight.
Oh man.
Similar words, happiness.
Say that again.
Happiness.
Read on.
Joy.
Oh my God. Say that again.
Joy.
Go on.
Pleasure.
Oh. Who don't love pleasure? Even drug addicts love the pleasure. We're showing rejoiceful. Oh, go on. Pretty go. You in the spirit. Go on.
Glory.
Say that again.
Glory.
Oh my God. Glory. Who's going to come down in his glory? In his rejoice, in his rejoiceful. I got, don't worry about it. Yeah, Howard. He's going to come down He gonna come out. You know when your house shall come down, you know he's glad, right? So he could put the boots to somebody's face. He could put the boots to the people that was oppressing his kind. So he could. Don't you think? Don't you know? It feel good to protect your own people. It feel good. When did Bloods and Crips feel good when they protect their own kind amongst other people? They never experienced that. Because the white man, because they are white people. You understand what I'm saying, priest?
Right.
Bloods and Crips are white people. MS-13 is white people. The cartel of Mexico are white people. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. They are white people. They're all white people. If you are a let me see how I can say this. If you are a police officer in the 1960s, the police officer would put the water hose on black people because they want to be human beings. You understand what I'm saying, priest?
Right.
You got any more on that?
Yes, two.
Yeah, go on.
Triumph.
Say again?
Triumph.
Triumph. Yo, think about what triumph means. Triumph means you know what triumph means, priest? When we have our barbecue. You understand? When we have our Passover. That's triumph to show brotherhood and sisterhood amongst one another. Say that if our brother trespass against us, we can iron out our differences. If our brothers trespass against us at the barbecue, we can iron out our differences. Then the triumph will happen. Go ahead, priest. You was going to say something.
Oh yeah, you in the spirit. The next one was feasting.
Oh man. Is that lamb, priest?
Right.
That got to be the lamb.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Oh, no, not a lot of people know that I'm a vegan, but I follow the laws of God, and I know every time when the Passover comes, I gotta eat the lamb.
That's right.
I gotta eat the goddamn lamb.
Right.
And brothers come looking for me because they know I'm not going to eat all the lamb. I'm going to eat the little bit of lamb. Then all the brothers come to me like, "Oh, we'll Parathas out because I want the lamb. Lamb chops all day." They know Parathas are going to cut a little piece on the lamb because he worshiped the Lord. He worshiped the Lord. In spite of that Parathas get the Parathas, there's a possibility that he gets sick over the lamb. He going to worship his God. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like that mother say, "I'm not going to eat pork," even though all her sons got unalive. I worship the Lord. The Lord told me to eat lamb. I'm going to eat lamb in spite of. That's what I'm going to do. And since then, I have never got sick. Anybody? But the brothers come looking for me because they want that lamb chop. Oh, wait. Brother like, "Yo, I didn't know that you was a vegan. Yeah, I eat the lamb or whatever." They were like, "Yo, I'm going to hang with you all day." Read our last one, Baba Kishore. Preach on, show all. Read our last one.
Salakia. Salakia.
The feast. You said the feast.
Yes, that was my last word.
No. Read that again. Read that again. Read that again.
The definition?
Yeah. Read the definition. So it's all good. Man. Take your time. It's all good because we have. Go ahead.
Feel or show great joy or delight.
Oh man, that means that's rejoiceful. You know what I'm saying? It says, therefore, my heart greatly rejoiceful. Delight, that's what it means. Joyful, that's what it means. Read on.
And that's it.
No, the feast.
Feasting.
Say again?
Feasting.
What happened when blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians, when they sit down at the table and start eating together? What happens? I'm enjoying.
Talking, laughing, enjoying one another.
Say again?
Talking, laughing, and enjoying.
Use your outside voice.
Talking, laughing, and just having nice.
Having a nice what?
Brotherhood and sisterhood dinner.
Having a nice what?
Feast.
A nice feast.
Yes.
With one another.
Yes.
Don't you think, you know what I'm saying? Don't you think if, you know what I'm saying, in amongst of that feast, I feel comfortable coming to you, right? And I'm going to say, yo, Jordan, last week it wasn't cool. I think you trespassed against me. I feel comfortable around my family, right? I get to talk to my family. I get to iron out my differences in my family. We agree with one another. After we agree with one another, what will we do? Jordan, this is the Brotherhood and Sisterhood. What will we do if we agree with one another when we was on one accord? What happens? No. Bill is the 5%er. What it happens in the Most High God's kingdom? See, no. There's no power.
We
Forgiveness.
with one another in Most High's kingdom.
No, forgiving one another and forget about each other trespass against one another. Now we can start from what? Afresh. You understand? It never happened. I'm not going to bring it up, and you're never going to bring it up. You understand what I'm saying? Now we become brothers again. Now I could cry with you when you jammed up. Now you could cry with me when I'm jammed up. You understand what brotherhood and sisterhood is something else according to God's laws. Let me see, Bobby Shaw, matter of fact, read 8. Read 8.
Psalm chapter 28 and verse 8. The Lord is their strength.
Say that again.
The Lord is their strength.
No, say that again.
The Lord is their strength.
Who is our strength?
The Lord.
Yeah, the Lord. The power is our strength. You know what I mean? You think you're going to have brotherhood just by your goddamn self? Or the Lord got to be with you? I punched you in your face. I took your sneakers in 93 when we was in high school together. Is the Lord with you? If I come, every time you see me, when I, you know what I'm saying, when I knocked you out in 95 and took your sneakers in 93, would the Lord be with you? Young man Jordan?
I mean, no.
Huh? Say again?
No.
Why not the Lord's not with you?
Knock me out, right? Saying.
No, I knocked you out in 96 and took your sneakers in 93. Read the scriptures again. No, read the scriptures again to understand. This is brotherhood and sisterhood. Understand what I'm talking
Psalm
about.
chapter 28 and verse 8. The Lord is their strength.
Say that again.
The Lord is their strength.
The Lord is thy strength. Read on.
And he is the saving strength.
Go on.
Of his anointed.
You know what I'm saying? He is the saving strength of the anointed. You know what the anointed means?
Holy.
Holy. You have been changed. You have been, you know what I'm saying? The oil have been dropped on your head. Once the oil is dropped on your head, do you know what that means, young man Jordan?
If you got an oath.
No. The oath, no, not the oath. To understand that you was born again. You was born again. So if I took your goddamn shoes in 93 and knocked you out in 95, is the Lord is your strength?
Yes.
Why is the Lord is your strength? Good. Speak loud.
Because you got the anointed. You got reborn, rebranded.
So what do that mean?
Because you was thinking more, you was in your ignorant state. You wasn't really.
No. What ignorant state that you was in? It happened, right? It's not in it. You knew. I didn't take your shoes, right? Did I take your shoes in 93? Did I knock you out in 95?
Right.
Okay. Now, what is the point of the Lord is my strength and he is the saving strength of his anointed? I told you what anointed is, right?
Right. Being born again.
Go on. Did I punch you in your face?
Right. Not me personally, but.
No, I ain't talking about personally. I'm trying to teach you about brotherhood and sisterhood. I told you that. Did I take your Snickers in 93, right? Yes. I did, right? Yeah. It's common knowledge. Did I knock you out in 95? Yes. Okay. When you became anointed, did I take your Snickers in 93?
Yes.
No, I didn't. Did I knock you out in 95? No, I didn't. Because when you became anointed, what did you become? Huh?
Born again.
You was born again. It didn't happen to the person who was born again. So now the person who was born again is not susceptible to what happened in the past. Is what's happening now in real time, because Baba Kashar, priest officer Shah, pull up on Matthew chapter 1 verse 25. Baba Kashar. No, don't go there. Stay there. Pull it up, Baba Kashar. And just read that.
Matthews.
Go on.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And knew her not till she had brought forth her firstborn son.
Mm-hmm.
And he called his name Yahushua.
Go on. The next chapter. Oh, Slocky, 1 and 21. My apologies, 1 and 21. That's what I want. Keep moving. The water, I appreciate it. 1 and 21.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua.
Thou shalt call his name Yahushua, and we call Jesus Christ. She is married. Read on.
For he shall save his people.
Say that again.
For he shall save his people.
Jesus Christ will save his people, possessive. His people, read on.
From their sins.
From what? From their sins. I took your shoes in 93. I punched you in, I knocked you out in 95. Is that a sin?
Yes.
He should save us from our sin, right? That's what it is. What was my sin? What was the sin that I did in 93? What was the sin that I did in 95?
Knocking me out.
What did Yahushua did? You know what I'm saying? What did Yahushua in the record Jesus Christ? What he did for me?
God for the nation.
No, what he did for me.
Oh. He forgave your sins.
Say again?
He forgave your sins.
He forgave my sins.
Right.
What did he did for you?
Same thing. He forgave my sins.
All right. He forgave your sins, right?
So I'll forgive them their sins.
He forgave your sin, right?
Yes.
So now, when you know what I'm saying? So now when you're reading that scripture, what was the last scripture that you read?
Psalms 28 and verse 8. The Lord is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Verse 9. Save thy people and bless thine inheritance. Feed them also.
No. Don't read on. Don't read on. The Lord is what? It said, the Lord is my strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Who's saying the Lord is my strength? Who's saying that?
King David.
King David, right? He who also saying, and he is the saving strength of his anointed.
King David is saying that.
King David is saying that.
Yes.
King David is saying all of that stuff, right? Who's the anointed?
Israel. Israel is the anointed.
Exactly. Israel did what?
Is the anointed.
I know that, but Israel did what?
Sin.
Israel sinned. Israelites did what?
Sin.
Sinned. That's what that's exactly what happened. So once you get anointed, what happens?
You're born again.
You're born again. You're born again. So now when you get born again, are you ready to still stab me in my eye?
No.
Because I took your goddamn sneakers.
No.
When you walk down the block, when you walk down 354, when you walk down 3 D block, when you came to Yonkers, New York, when you came to Yonkers on my block, when you came to Whitney Young, 354, 358, when you came to D block, when I took your sneakers, are you ready to stab me in the eye also? You ready for that? I'm asking you, Jordan.
No.
Why not?
Because you're born again.
Because you're born again. You're born again, right? And when you're born again, what are you showing?
Your good character.
Keep it simple. What is today's class is about what?
Brotherhood.
Say again?
Brotherhood.
Now, when you're born again, you show them what?
Your brotherhood.
You show them brotherhood. You showing that we change, right?
Right. Yes.
You know what I mean? Not only that we showing the change, we being what to the person who stole our sneakers.
Kind.
Not only kind, but what?
Compassionate. I mean,
No. We ain't showing compassion. We're not showing kind. What are we showing that person who took our sneakers?
say patience and forgiveness.
No. Showing example how to forgive. We're showing an example how to forgive. That's what we're doing. Because the person who stole our sneakers, did they ever see forgiveness before in their life?
No.
Why? How did they never show? How did they never see forgiveness in their life?
How did they not receive forgiveness?
No. How did they never see forgiveness in their life?
Because they never had nobody to teach them.
Exactly. That's when they clap it up right there. They never seen nobody in their life, in our life, never saw it. Our mothers never saw it. Our fathers never saw it. Never saw it in their life. Never saw brotherhood, never saw sisterhood in their life according to the law. Never saw it. Never realized that you know what I'm saying, that Jesus Christ died for the Israelites. Never saw it. They think white Jesus died for us, so your sisters could still walk around with her breasts out with pom pom shorts around you and feel comfortable. When you tell your sister, can you please stop walking around with short shorts on? When you tell your sister, can you please stop walking around with a tank top on with no bra? And she said, I'm not doing anything wrong. Have she seen it before?
No.
No, she never heard that in her life. She think that you saying something wrong against her. You understand? When your brother walking around with a tank top on in front of you, when you say, yo, man, put on a short sleeve shirt, put on a long sleeve shirt, put on some shorts on. Your brother think that you doing offense against him. Boy,
That kind of goes into that scripture. Good is evil, and evil is good.
no, this ain't got nothing to do with good and evil and evil is good. No, it don't got nothing to do with that.
So
No, it's okay. We have got Baba Kishar. Play Stockholm Syndrome again. Do I appreciate that. So look at Stockholm Syndrome. We're gonna play it all the way through. So you gotta understand what's one bad chapter.
In 19...
No, go ahead.
1974, Patricia Hearst, the heiress to the media empire of the Hearst family, was kidnapped by the leftist armed group known as the SLA. 2 months later, Patricia adopted the name Tanya and joined the ranks of the SLA, participating in bank robberies. She declared herself a member of the SLA, armed herself, and even posed for photographs. After the FBI's armed confrontation with the SLA, Patricia was arrested following her year-and-a-half-long fugitive period. She faced charges of armed robbery and terrorism. Patricia shocked the United States with her statement that she was innocent because everything was an action carried out under the influence of SLA. Patricia's case became a prominent example of the phenomenon known as the Stockholm Syndrome, where hostages sympathize with or even join their captors due to brainwashing or survival instincts. In 1974, Patricia Hearst, the heiress to the media empire of the Hearst family, was kidnapped by the leftist armed group known as the SLA. 2 months later, Patricia adopted the name Tanya and joined the ranks of the SLA, participating in bank robberies. She declared herself a member of the SLA, armed herself, and even posed for photographs. After the FBI's armed confrontation with the SLA, Patricia was arrested following her year-and-a-half-long fugitive period. She faced charges of armed robbery and terrorism. Patricia shocked the United States with her statement that she was innocent because everything was an action carried out under the influence of SLA. Patricia's case became a prominent example of the phenomenon known as the Stockholm Syndrome, where hostages sympathize with or even join their captors due to brainwashing or survival instincts.
That's it. Now you understand what happened to Patricia Hearst.
brainwashed.
No.
Stockholm Syndrome.
No. What happened to Patricia Hearst? What's the first thing that happened to her?
She joined the
No. What is the first thing that happened to her? When she was chilling with her family, what happened to her when she was chilling with her family? She was kidnapped. Is kidnap a good thing?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. When she was kidnapped, what happened to her while she was kidnapped? This is Israelites. They could make it simple, just make it simple, make it practical. This is in, you know what I'm saying? This is in America. Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians is kidnapped. We kidnap, right? So now when we get kidnapped, right? What happened to Patricia Hearst? Once Patricia Hearst got kidnapped?
They train you up, they tie you up, they brainwash you, they make you learn their ways.
Okay, and what happened when she's learned the kidnapping ways?
Started to become them.
Say again?
She started to become them.
And what did she do when she became them? What's the first thing that she do to become them?
Join them. She became
She,
part of the
no,
organization.
no, remember, she changed her name. Same thing when you come in ISUPK. We change your name because you're not going to be the same person that you was before. Over here, Patricia Hearst became Tanya underneath her kidnappers. And when she became Tanya, what did she do?
She became Tanya. That's when she started joining the group.
What did she do? What she do? What she do? What she do when she became Tanya? Think about kidnappers. Kidnappers is brainwashing you, right? Kidnappers is doing all types of stuff, right? Now you became part of the kidnappers and you change your name. What are you doing now? You're doing what the kidnappers is doing, right? Are you kidnapping people also? Stop. Think about the subject matter. Are you kidnapping people like you're kidnappers, right? Is your name Jordan? No, it's not. Your name is Roger now. Because you're part of the kidnappers. You're doing what the kidnappers are doing. Is the kidnappers robbing banks? Who is Roger? What is Roger doing? Yeah, Roger's robbing banks. Is the kidnappers making whores out of women? What is Roger doing? Is Jordan making whores out of women? Exactly, exactly. So when you come into ISUPK, when your name was changed to Brtherhood, is Brtherhood following the Most High God? Huh?
Yes.
Is Jonathan following the Most High God?
I would say no.
Because Jonathan is who?
Out there in the word. Brtherhood is in it.
Exactly. Do you see all that wrong in there? That's what I'm telling you. Baba Gashar, pull up that last verse that you pulled up when I asked you to do.
Matthew.
Yeah. Matthew 21, yeah. There you go. 1 and 21. There you go. Just read it so because I'm on.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. She shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua.
Go on.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
He shall save his people from their sin. Read on.
Verse 22. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by thy prophets.
Wait. He goes and said, right. Now all this was done. Him, you know what I'm saying? Him saving his people from their sins. We need that to be done. Read on.
That it might be fulfilled.
Wait, say that again.
That it might be fulfilled.
That what?
It might be fulfilled.
Right there, Christians say that he nailed the law, statute, commandments to the cross. What was fulfilled? That, huh?
The law of animal sacrifice.
Say again?
The law of animal sacrifice.
Say again?
The law of animal sacrifice.
No. Who was the sacrifice?
Christ was the sacrifice.
So what was fulfilled? Was a lamb on the cross?
No.
Who was on the cross?
Yahushua.
So what was fulfilled?
Yahushua died on the cross for the nation of Israel.
You see where I'm getting at now?
Yes.
You understand that? This ain't got nothing to do with sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Yahushua was sacrificed. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're learning. Read on.
Slock, if I may.
Well,
Brother Jordan is correct. Let's stick to the words. You see, what was fulfilled was Christ died so he could save his people from this.
Oh no, that's what I said. He said a lamb, like an animal. That's what he said, an animal. I was saying Yahushua was that animal. You understand what I'm saying? He said literally animal. That's what he was saying.
So like I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the last thing he said.
What was the Salaki? What was the last thing that you said, Jordan?
Christ came, he died
to
for the nation of Israel.
Oh no, that's after when I corrected him on the lamb.
Right, because I said the first time.
Yeah, he said the lamb. I corrected him.
Sacrifice, done away with the law of animal sacrifice.
Oh, Salak. What you're saying is correct. Repeat what he asked you. What was fulfilled? What exactly did you say?
Christ down on the cross for the nation of Israel sins.
Right, but you didn't say sins. That's what you should have added. Christ dying on the cross to save his people from sins. That was fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it. And it's just for teaching our friends in the future. Like Captain always taught us. Say exactly what's in the scriptures, the words. Just the part you left out was sins. That's very important.
Yeah, exactly. Because I said the same thing. Say exactly what it says up there. He was just talking. What are we talking about? Christ dying for sins.
Right.
That's it. Read on.
Verse, what is this? Verse.
Oh no, just read on verse
22 again?
Yeah, 22 about this.
Verse 22. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophets, saying.
Oh, by the prophets. By the prophets saying. You know, the prophets was always talking about it will be a redeemer. You understand that, right? Matter of fact, go to Deuteronomy. What was it, chapter was it 18 and 18? If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, 18 and 18. And Moses talked about me. I think that's what Yahushua said. Moses also talked about me because Moses also was yeah, we could read 18. Let's read 18.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse.
Oh, let the young man, let the young man.
Deuteronomy 18:18.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet.
Say that again.
I will raise them up a prophet.
This is the prophet, right? I will raise them up a prophet. Read on.
From among their brethren.
Among what?
Their brethren.
No. Oh, wait. Hold up. Other people. Say that again.
Among their brethren.
No, the Ishmaelites. Say that again.
Among their brethren.
The Moabites. Say that again.
Among their brethren.
The Amalekites. Say that again.
Among their brethren.
The Ishmaelites. Say that again.
Among their brethren.
The brethren is the Israelites. Read on.
Like unto thee.
Like unto you, Moses. Another Israelite from the tribe of Levi. Read on.
And will put my words in his mouth.
Say that again.
And will put my words in his mouth.
And he will put his words in the mouth. What is Christ's nickname? What is Yahushua's nickname? He is the what? Next time, raise your hand. Say that loud.
The word.
He is the word, right?
Yes.
Like the other, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the other priest and the prophet of the Lord. But he is the major word. Read on.
And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
Say that again.
And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
Oh man, yo, priest, Baba Gashar, go into the New Testament and say, this is not my words, this is my Father's words. Or this is God's words. Just hold that right there, Baba Gashar. Because you know what I mean? We got to make a connection from the Old Testament to the New Testament. Because the Christian church, the Catholic church, the Muslim mob say, it's done away with. It's done away with. Jordan, don't do that. Don't get jammed up. I just want you to take your time. All right? Just take your time. Just stick to that scripture that we pulled off, you know what I'm saying, in front of you. All right? That's it. Yeah?
John chapter 14, verse 10. Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works.
Oh my God. Yo, Bobby Sharp, read that again. Jordan, no, not you, Slugger, Jordan.
Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet.
Go on.
From among their brethren.
From the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Read on.
Like unto thee.
Like unto you, Moses. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You Haitian man. You Haitian man. Read on.
And will put my words in his mouth.
What?
And will put my words.
You know what I'm saying? I will do what?
And will put my words.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord's statute commandments. Read on. I will put my words. Read on.
In his mouth.
In his what?
In his mouth.
Police officer, can you read that again?
Okay. This is John chapter 14, verse 10. Believest thou not that I am come, Slacken? Believest thou not that I am in the Father?
So, Baba Gashar, what is the color of these words?
It's red.
That's red. And what do that mean?
Christ is speaking.
Christ is speaking. Read on.
In the Father in me.
In the Father what?
In me.
Oh, that's to let you know the Father is not him. The Father is not him. He's letting you know he got the spirit of, you know what I'm saying, of our power in him. Go on, please.
One mind and one accord.
One mind and one accord. One mind and accord. Guess who, you know what? Prime example. Was it Barack Obama was in SEAL Team 6. You see how simple that is, priest?
Right.
Barack Obama was in SEAL Team 6. What was Barack Obama's standard? To get who? Osama bin Laden. SEAL Team 6 got who? Osama bin Laden. That's what happens. Read on.
Oh my God. The words that I speak.
In the Father in me.
And the Father in me. The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself.
Say that again.
The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself.
The words that I speak, the words that I speak unto you, I speak not myself. Not myself. But everybody say Jesus is God and Jesus is the Most High God. Jesus is the Father, right? But what words is he speaking? Right? Moses said that the Most High God would put his words in who? The prophet's mouth? It's not Jesus' words. It's the Most High God's words. That's what happened right here. Read on.
But the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works.
But the Father that dwelleth in me, his spirit. Don't get caught up, because if you think Jesus is God, you learned Jesus is God before you read the Bible. You learned Trinity before you read the Bible. Somebody taught you Trinity first, then taught you the Bible. Same thing with Stockholm Syndrome. Same thing. You was a slave first before somebody told you, obey your slave master. See what I'm getting at, priest?
Right.
That was hardcore right there. Damn, I like that. You was a slave first before somebody taught you, slave, obey your master. That's what happens. That's what happens. It wasn't about Jesus was the example for us to show brotherhood and sisterhood. That's what it was. Period. That was always what it was. Period. You could drop that. Baba Gashar, go to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15.
Oh, God.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. Whoever get it first, just read it first, Baba Gashar.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. The way of a fool is the right in his own eyes.
Say that again.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
Baba Gashar, what I want you to do, go back to StreamYard, read the title of this class.
Title: Israelites, God's people.
Say that again.
Israelites, God's people.
Israelites, God's people. Read on.
The love of God is.
Well, the love of God is what?
Brotherhood and sisterhood.
Oh, man. You got a lot of people who love God, right? It says right here, Israelites, God's people, the love of God is brotherhood and sisterhood. Do we see the love of God? You know, Bloods and Crips love God, right? They pray to God so they don't get shot. They pray to God so, you know what I'm saying, they don't go to jail. Where did brotherhood and sisterhood come from? You know, Bloods and Crips slut out our sisters, right? You know, Bloods and Crips, you know what I'm saying, do adultery. Do you know that, right? You don't know that? In the American Constitution, you're allowed to do adultery. In the American Constitution, you're allowed to slut out your sisters. Your American Constitution is allowed to be a whoremonger. Slocky, please. Just take over real quick and just cover it.
Oh, God.
Come on. Whatever you see up here, put yourself on the wall.
Oh, what scripture you got, Jordan?
Proverbs 12 and verse 15.
12 and 15?
Yes.
Read it.
Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes. You understand? This is talking about a foolish man, an unlearned man. You understand? A man that doesn't want to take heed to knowledge, wisdom, understanding. A man who takes it upon his own self to answer his situations. You understand? A man who takes it upon himself to lean upon his own understanding. That's what a fool is. To lean upon your own understanding is death and destruction, man. So read that again.
Proverbs 12 and verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
So his thinking of his mind is right in his own eyes. You understand? He's going to solve the problem by arguing. You understand? He's going to solve the problem by selling drugs. He's going to solve the problem by robbing. You understand? That's not what the Lord wants. You understand? He's only going according to his emotions. And that's the problem with Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. You understand? We go based on our emotions, our feelings, not the counsel of the Lord. Read on.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel.
But he that what?
Unto counsel.
Unto what?
Unto counsel.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel. You understand? Here in the ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana, whatever problem you're going through, whatever situation, whatever doubt, you understand? If you need help in making if you need help in making a decision, call the ISUPK school, man. You understand? It could be as simple as listen, man, should I quit my job or should I keep my job? You understand? Should I go on benefit aid or should I not go on benefit aid? Whatever small inkling, you understand, decision that you might be unsure of or how to handle it, Come to the ISUPK and call that school near that shoe. You understand? We will help you make the correct decision. You understand? So that what? You won't get destroyed based on your own emotions and feelings and leaning upon your own understanding. Read that last piece up again.
But he that hearkeneth.
But this is the thing, hearkeneth. What comes out the word hearken? Hear. You got to hear the counsel of the Lord, man. And to hear the counsel of the Lord is to what? Follow directions and do what the generals tell you to do. Do what the captains tell you to do. You understand? Just don't get counsel and you ignore it. You understand? There's a reason why you picked up the phone and asked for help, wasn't it? Too many times often you wanna hear what you want to hear. And you get mad that what we tell you what to do, which is the right thing to do. But you want to hear what pleases your ears. And you don't follow the counsel, and guess what? You get jammed up. And now you're gonna make a call saying, "Clear, you bail me out of jail because I made a dumb, stupid mistake." Read.
But he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise.
But if you hearken to counsel, consider yourself a wise man. Why? Why you're a wise man? Because you listen to the Lord, because you listen to the Lord's mouthpiece. You understand? You listen to the authority of the Lord. Like Christ said, he's not speaking his own words, he's speaking the words of his Father. And that's what we do in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. We speak the words of our Father. And with that, that's how you get the right counsel on making the decision, whatever's going on in your life. And with that, I'm going to pass the class to Priest and Officer Parata.
Clap it up. On sign Christ. But he's dropping his soul hard body going west. But he's dropping his soul hard body going west. Oh, I see the time right there. You know it? Baba Kashar, go to 16.
Verse 16.
Yep.
This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 16. A fool's wrath.
A what?
A fool's wrath.
A fool. It says it right there. A fool's wrath means destruction. Means something that's not good. Read on.
Is presently known.
It's presently known. We know how that fool is getting down, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Priest and Officer Parata had talked to that fool.
Right.
Priest and Officer Sha'al had talked to that fool. Young man Jordan had talked to that fool. Right. You see what I'm saying? And he's still doing the same goddamn thing that he's been doing. She's still doing the same goddamn thing that she's doing. It's present. We all see it.
Right.
Priest and Officer Parata, Priest and Officer Sha'al, young man Jordan is telling that sister, yo, you need to stop doing that. It's not cool. We all see it. Stop doing it. Read on.
God. But a prudent man.
A what?
Prudent man.
What do prudent means? Go ahead, priest. I know that you know.
Wise.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say that. We always bring it up. Right. A wise man. You know what I'm saying? Priest and Officer Parata, wise man. Priest and Officer Sha'al, Priest and Officer Priest and Officer 1000 Sha'al, a wise man. You know what I'm saying? We got young man Jordan learning from the priest and the prophet of the Lord.
That's right.
Seeing the example what Christ laid down. Because you know Christ was the example. He taught us how to be the example.
Right.
How to be the prudent man. You see that? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And we tell our people this. It says it right there. But a wise man, a prudent man, read on.
Covereth shame.
Say that again.
Covereth shame.
Covereth shame. You know what that means? What word I'm looking for? I'm looking for covereth shame, which means that you're never too late. I mean, you're never too early, but you're always too late. Prevention is better than remedy. That's what the word I'm looking for. Prevention is better than remedy. You know what prevention means? I'm never going to get myself in that position. I'm not going to get that officer you know what I'm saying, prescription to kick my goddamn teeth in. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to put myself in the position. I'm going to call, I'm going to get you, I'm going to call Priest Officer Sha'al to vex that woman that I want to talk to before I caught her.
What you bring out is so heavy. You understand? We had a brother by the name of 4 Extra. You understand? Some Crip affiliated brother rapper. You understand? Who happened to blow his whole hand off during the 4th of July, playing with cherry bombs and whatnot.
And mateys.
And mateys.
There you go.
You understand? Now, what happened to that brother is tragic. It could have happened to anybody. But however, did he learn from that mistake? You understand? Did he learn from because he was a brother that's filled with wrath. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that to you. You understand? Very loud and boisterous. You understand? And set tripping on other games and whatnot.
Right.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to harm you. You understand? Click fight and whatnot. You understand? Until his hand got blown up. So you would think that he would be in a hospital bed, considering, you understand, the trespasses and all the sins that he has committed against the Lord and against his people. But guess what? He got bandaged up, and his whole posse is in a hospital throwing up gang signs. You understand what I'm saying?
Throwing up gang signs with fingers.
Yeah.
With digits.
You know what I'm saying? With his good hand. You know what I'm saying? With his good hand.
What happened to the other good hand? He had a good hand 2 days ago.
Bandages up. You know what I'm saying? His whole posse. You know what I'm saying? In the hospital, throwing up gang signs. And now he's out more boisterous than ever. Oh, I'll F your broad. You know what I'm saying? Surely that's not a prudent man. That's not a wise man that covereth his shame. You understand? And there's so many brothers and sisters like that in the world that you understand. Like Captain Zakar, he always, Captain who used to teach the Brotherhood class. Listen to that whisper, man. You understand? That whisper. You understand? In your hospital bed, you didn't hear that whisper. Oh man, maybe I should, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I should call the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I sent him the video that Commander General Yohana spoke on him about. I sent it to him. What? Out of love for him, hoping that he would see the video. You understand? Well, maybe I should come out of gangs, and maybe I should be more humble. Maybe I should love my brothers and sisters, and not want to gangbang on it. But however,
oh man,
he's not. He unfortunately, way too often because of Christianity, we don't know how to cover our shame. We don't learn how to cover our shame because the Christian church doesn't teach us how to cover our shame.
Matter of fact, Baba Kishar. Let's go to Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 12.
Hold on.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. You know what I mean? Let's talk about our brother right now. Let's talk about our brother right now. Because you know what I'm saying? Not like he don't know about who the Israelites is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying, Nori. Everybody know who the Israelite is. But why they going against Kanye West, but not towards ISUPK? You know who they knew to fight, right? You know what I mean? We that person that cannot get a title fight. Young man Jordan, read that. Proverbs chapter 12, verse
1. Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 1. Whoso loveth instruction.
Say that again.
Whoso loveth instruction.
Whoso loveth instruction. The Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We got Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31 and say, envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Don't celebrate the 4th of July. 4th of July don't got no moral compass. Stop celebrating the Christmas. Christmas is not telling you how to be a brother, how to be a sister, how to be a father, how to be a mother, how to have empathy for your brother. You know what?
Loveth knowledge.
No, start it from the top.
Proverbs 12 and 1. Whoso loveth instruction,
Go on.
loveth knowledge.
Loveth knowledge. Loveth knowledge with knowing. Love is the knowing. Read on.
But he that hateth reproof is brutish.
He that hateth reproof mean disapprove. Reproof means disapprove. Read on.
Verse 2. A good man.
Hold on. No. Salaki. Read that from the top.
Proverbs 12:1. Whoso loveth instruction,
Go on.
loveth knowledge.
Go on.
But he that hateth reproof
Go
is
on.
brutish.
It says it right there. It says disapprove, reject, or condemn is what? Is what?
But he that hateth reproof is brutish.
It's brutish, mean rough, unpleasant. You know what I'm saying? That's what brutish is, rough, unpleasant, presence, and often violence. Read on.
Verse 2. A good man.
A what?
A good man.
Go on.
Obtaineth favor.
Say again.
Obtaineth favor.
Read on.
Of the Lord.
A good man obtaineth favor of the Lord. Read on.
But a man of wicked devices will he condemn.
Oh, will he condemn? When was your brother, you know what I'm saying, obtain favor with the Lord? When that happened, what's that brother name that blew his goddamn fingers off his hand?
4 extra.
4 extra. 4 extra is talking about fighting all the time. Now he got a goddamn stump. He got a goddamn stump. Throwing up gang signs. And he's still a gang member. Why did the gang member told him, don't celebrate the 4th of July, because the 4th of July is not for black people? When did the gang member say that? Whatever gang he's part of. If you did not celebrate the 4th of July, he would never blow off his goddamn fingers. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. What favor was that? The Lord ain't giving no goddamn favor. That's what happened. Well, you could drop that right there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to matter of fact, go to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1. Go to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1.
Proverbs.
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon.
Salaki. Psalms chapter 1, verse 1. Salaki. I was looking at what's the name? Different number. So blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, stop celebrating these forced holidays. It's not for us. We are about to have the memorial blowing of the trumpets. You know what that means? When we blow this goddamn trumpet, we telling you, don't celebrate Christmas. Don't celebrate the 4th of July. Separate from your enemy and take heed to your friend who is blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indian, who is God's chosen people. That's what we do. Read that Bible, Sean.
Psalms chapter 1 and verse 1.
This will be my last scripture.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
Go on.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Blessed is the man that's walking not in the way of the counsel of the ungodly. What's that brother name again?
4 extra.
4 extra blew off his fingers. Was he blessed in the counsel of the man of the ungodly, or he blew off his goddamn fingers? You see what I'm saying, Priest?
Was one that the Lord condemned.
Next time, don't you know? It's okay. You're learning. Yeah. They was ungodly. They said, celebrate the 4th of July. It's okay to blow off your goddamn fingers. So it says right here, blessed is the man that walketh not in the way, walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Read on. Nor
standeth in the way of sinners.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners. Right? Right? This guy 4X is standing in the way of sinners. He loves standing in the way of sinners. If you stand in the way of sinners, what's going to happen to your fingers? Go ahead, young. Go ahead.
You're going to blow it off.
You're going to blow your goddamn fingers off. If you with the sinners. That's why I don't get priests. You know how people, when there's a big fight, you know what I'm saying, like a bar fight or a fight going on outside the bar, people get upset that they get punched in the face, who is standing by not fighting, but they around the fighters.
Right.
I don't never got that. They got mad because they in front of the goddamn fighters. What you would think you were going to expect? You're going to get punched in the face. Read on. Nor
sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Say it again.
Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Nor sit in the feet of the people who don't like the way that you speak. Who don't like the way that you say your daughter is not to be a goddamn whore. The people who stand in the way and say your son cannot be sodomites. Who stand in the way to say don't celebrate the 4th of July because you're going to blow off your goddamn fingers. Who stand in the way to tell the brothers and sisters don't sell drugs. That's the scorners. The scorners love when you sell drugs. Baba Kashar. Read go back to the title.
Okay. Israelites, God's people, the love of God is brotherhood and sisterhood.
Baba Kashar, we're going to just pull this last scripture. Go to 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. Yeah, John. 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. If I'm not mistaken.
First.
Yeah.
1 John.
Oh, so like 1 John?
Yeah, 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. Let's go to this right here. This is how you're going to get brotherhood and sisterhood. Read on.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the law, the love of God.
No. Start over.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
For this is the what?
For this is the love of God.
Baba Kashar, go to the StreamYard real quick. What is the title?
Israelites, God's people, the love of God is brotherhood and sisterhood.
You know what I'm saying? The love of God. It says right here, the love of God. Now go back to the what's name? 1 John. Go ahead, read it from the top.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3.
Matter of fact, start from 2.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of God.
By this shall we know that we love the children of God, who are blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Read on.
When we love God and
keep
his commandments.
When we love God and keep his commandments. When we love God and keep his commandments. Hold up. Christian is going to tell you Jesus has his own commandments. I don't know. When we love God and keep his commandments, read on.
Verse 3. For this is the love of God.
For this is the love of God. Read on.
That we keep his commandments.
That we keep his commandments. By us keeping his commandments. Read on.
And his commandments are not grievous.
By us keeping his commandments, that's going to be brotherhood and sisterhood. That's going to be fatherhood and motherhood. That's going to be, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be friendship. If we keep God's commandments. because we love God, and his commandments is not grievous. It's all brotherhood and sisterhood. That's how you love God. That's how you love God. And that's the cut to all the people who's talking about the commandments of Jesus Christ. The commandments of Jesus Christ is God's commandments, his Father. And with that, I'm preaching also Brtherhood out of Yonkers, New York. No College, Yonkers, New York. And this is the ISUPK, the Israelite School and University School Practical Knowledge. Start off for 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Honor. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, God's chosen people. This is the love of God is brotherhood and sisterhood.
That's right.
And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer of 1,000. Shalom.
Clap it up for the class. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest front. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which will be the memorial of the blow of the trumpets. Any ISUPK function or event, make sure you look on the back of your bulletin board for further updates, or go to isupk.com, which is our website. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, blue shirt, pants, headband, scarf, and with that, men of Israel, Ahmadium, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Ahmadium Shabbat, Ahmadium, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushabrak Dam, Yadimatan, which means hands down. Men of Israel, we are going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmadium Shabbat, Ahmadium, Barak, Yahweh Shema Dam Ba'ashim Yahushai, Yadimatan, which means hands down. Class dismissed. Brother got that zeal, brother got that zeal.